What's good, neighborhood, and welcome to a special Throwback Thursday celebrating the 23rd. That's right, the big 2-3. 23 years since the North American release of the PlayStation 2. Now, I've got some, I'll put it to you this way. You know how every so often I mention a little bit of Ace lore here on the channel? Well, this is also one of those times where I could definitely say that that a video game or video game console can be used as sort of a autobiographical timestamp. Now, let's see. Back when the PS2 first released on this day in 2000, let's see, I was still in high school, and one of my buddies had actually picked up the PS2. But before that, at the local arcade. Actually, you know what? No. Let's wait for more folks to come in. We can do the whole Ace lore. We can do the whole storytelling thing because I'd prefer to tell the story once more people are here, so that way we can discuss it, right? But anyways, if you're here to listen to said story, but to also watch one of the most underrated and one of, in my opinion, the best JRPGs from the PS2 era, then pull up a chair and kick up your feet. Just remember to leave your shoes at the front door so that way we don't get any footprints on the tile, the carpet, or the furniture. It's time for some more Rogue Galaxy, ladies and gents. Part 1 of the doubleheader starts now. It's game time. Going with the gloves today because it's actually been getting really cold lately. All right, here we go. In hot pursuit of the great tablet Datron made off with, Jaster and his friends returned to the desert planet Rosa. The tablet seems to have been taken to the ruins in the Silvazar Desert. Knowing it would be reckless to attack Datron with their ship, the team decides to cross the desert on foot. Alright, so let's see what we're working with here. Door can go as coin. Okay. Which gives him access to the shooting star ability. Question is, what does it do? Let's find out. Supernova. What's that? Interesting. I really dig how there's all these abilities that actually change up or modify, modify your attacks instead of just being like, offensive or defensive spells, right? There's stuff that's, there's offense, there's defense, and then there's enhancement. And Shooting Star counts as an enhancement spell, and I think that's kind of cool. Let's double check the emails real fast. I want to see what's going on, if anything. Alright, here we go. Howdy, Winter. Good to see you. So how's the day been treating you? Good to hear it.
Let's keep this up. This is the best approach.
I'm definitely going to need to go back and start doing some grinding in regards to getting those bounty points.
The Silverzar Desert is south of the residential area.
But yeah, earlier when the stream started, I mentioned that there was going to be a little bit of story time today. So once this cutscene's out of the way, we'll get to it.
If we go through the desert from here, we'll reach the ruins. But this area can be dangerous. It's rife with beasts.
That scares me a little. But as long as you're here, I don't mind.
I've never been a big fan of deserts myself.
This is the only way we can approach without the enemy spotting us. Oh, but I sure do hate this heat. Oh.
Hey, Jaster, you sure this is all right? I mean, I really don't want to drop dead out there.
Howdy, howdy.
We'll be fine. Come on.
Firstly, let's double check a few things here. Ooh, not doing so hot on the corner. Actually, let's get some more of that hunting record taken care of. What? You what? No. Seriously? A mobile
Hope
game?
it all goes well.
Nah. The game being a collab with Nexon does not make it any better. It really doesn't. And this is despite the fact that Nexon's behind the first Descendant.
Let's keep this up. This is the best approach.
But, nah, bruh. See, that right there... oh, that just fucking hurts. Like, we've gone this long without anything Dynasty Warriors related, and the last thing we got was Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires, which I haven't even played. I barely downloaded and tried out the demo for Empires, but like Dynasty Warriors 9 just, had just barely gotten itself into anything remotely considering playable state before the end of its life cycle. Nah, if 9 is how the series goes out, then it's going out as a disappointment. Oh yeah, no, I'd rather just go back to playing Ambition Mode in Dynasty Warriors 8 and leave it at that. God, that's just sad. That is just really sad.
We're dealing with Datron here. We'd best prepare for when we're discovered. Stay sharp. You never know what'll happen.
Here they come.
You think I'm gonna go easy?
That's how you get it done.
Man, how we're getting somewhere.
I needed some exercise anyway.
But yeah, no, I'm right there with you though, Warden. I'm not particularly happy with the direction that Dynasty Warriors is going in now.
Man, not these guys.
Have to do this.
That too.
Leave this side to me.
Jester!
I needed that.
Oh no, not a... Dang it. I did not mean to use it.
Those guys were no challenge at all.
But it seems we're doing okay on that.
Let's go.
Let's get this over with fast.
I meant to use Desert Room.
Here they come.
No need to waste any time here.
That's the end of that.
Let's give it to someone who's actually going to wind up learning something right away. Honestly, yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Keep the core feel of how they had Samurai Warriors 5. Kind of that series reboot. But yeah, make everyone actually unique with their weapons by actually locking them into just the one, so that way you'll get more robust move sets. Because I mean, as great as it was to see actual fist punchers in Samurai Warriors, I was kind of sad that both Natsuki and Yasuke, damn near shared the same moveset. I mean, what would have been dope would be if Natsuki, at least, yeah, I think that's what her name was, but, if the little ninja girl, if she was more of, like, the fast, hard-hitting striker, and then, Yasuke being more of, like, a boxer or a grappler. Mitsuki. That's who it was, yeah. But yeah, if Mitsuki was more of the, the more agile, sort of fast-paced striker, and then Yasuke could have been, like I said, more of a straight-up brawler and grappler type. That would have been interesting. Yeah. One Punch Yasuke was kind of dope, though. I remember you showing me that, and I was just like, yes. And I'm sorry. Magoichi needs to go back to the rifle and bayonet. And let, what's his name, Kazuuji, let him keep the cannons. It's like, hey, that's a nice health bar you got there. It'd be a shame if something happened to it.
Beasts everywhere. This place is seriously dangerous.
He told y'all.
Everyone all right?
Woo!
Everyone okay?
We barely got through that challenge. Alright, sword, shoes, and gun are maxed out. Type 0. Tyrant Blaster EX, which... Oh! Well, I have a Tyrant Blaster, just not the Tyrant Blaster EX. So here's what we're gonna do. And what do we get?
Voila!
Right on. And then let's put together the Frost Magnum and bind it with Frost. To get
Voila!
Justice Ray. Very nice. Oh, not finished with that. Whoops, daisy. Let's feed the Luminous Batons and the Luminous Fangs. And what do we get? Hey, what's good, Chop? Good to see you.
Voila!
This stage is nice. Hermit's Hatchet. Plus and Omega. Mermaid Hatchet. So yeah, a little bit of story time here considering what today happens to be. So check this out. Oh, for those of you that aren't following me on Twitter, today is of course the 23rd anniversary of the North American release of the PS2, and
How far are we to our goal?
some rather solid launch titles on that thing too, between Evergrace and, of course, you know, my personal favorite, Street Fighter EX3. Now,
We can't take this heat.
I'll take you
much
on.
like with oh god, walking volcano.
Those guys were no challenge at all.
Brother, I don't blame you.
From here on out, we're on our own.
Like, I legitimately don't blame you in regards to why you never got
Think
a
I'm gonna
PS2.
go easy?
Let's go. Jester.
Now there were some good platformers on the PS2, without question. The PS2 was also the, speaking of Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors, the PS2 was also the platform where those series, either started or were revolutionized. Hello, new axe for Diego. Let's hook this bad boy up. But yeah, no, real talk. Like,
Let's keep this pace up.
the PS2 was great because of its launch titles, I'd say. But the one thing that the PS2 did that
Not these guys.
no other console did at the time, simply because of the media format that it used. And it's the one thing that I swear to God the PS2, and in many ways the PS5, actually, well, not so much the PS5, but definitely the PS2, definitely dominated the market with this one killer feature. Backwards compatibility. Full hardware and software backward compatibility. Now, back when the PS2 first came out, the local arcade over in San Bernardino, Gladys Video Games, one of my favorite hangout spots. I went to this place, and the guys that were running the arcade at the time, Edson and Lalo. No, wait, no, Edson was Lalo's name. No, it was Manny and Lalo. But the guys that were running the arcade at the time, they had, they of course had the arcade machines lined up along two of the walls. They had a couple of pool tables near the middle of the place. It was pretty spacious. And then along the opposing wall, basically, you step in the front door, look to your right, and along your right-hand side, and then along the far wall to the right, that's where the arcade machines were. Look to your left, there were two more arcade machines. One of them being, of course, a four-slot Neo Geo. The counter leading along the left wall had gaming hardware and software and paraphernalia. Gaming and anime paraphernalia. Wall scrolls along the walls. And then the far counter near the back of the store, near the back of the arcade, there was a TV mounted and hooked up. Normally, that TV would display, security camera footage, which, of course, it would, when it got later in the night. But what Manny wound up doing was bringing in the PlayStation 2 with Street Fighter EX3, hooked up both controllers, and for the first 2 to 3 hours, after school let out, he would leave the controllers on the counter, and folks could literally walk up, and they'd see the PS2, and they're like, damn, I want to get in on that. And he'd be like, hey, yo, let me fire up some Street Fighter for you. And I was like, yo, for real? I mean, I know you got Alpha and Alpha 2, but how you going to play it on that? I didn't know it was backwards compatible at the time. And he's like, nah, man, check this out. I got Street Fighter EX. And I'm like, yo, I know you had Street Fighter EX too. How you going to play it on that? Boom! He puts it in. You hear the guitars going, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then, boom! Ryu and Ken fighting in front of the waterfall during the opening for Street Fighter EX3. Minds were blown. And then he actually got into playing the game, and it's like, all right, I know some of the basics from EX2, you know. I played EX a lot on the PlayStation, played EX2 a lot, played both EX and EX2 in the arcades. In fact, at that very arcade, against what turned out to be some of the top FGC players in SoCal at the time. But what got me, what threw me for a complete loop, was right there at the character select screen. I'm like, yo, this looks kind of neat. I find my boy. I find the guy that I pick first, Volcano Rosso. But it doesn't move from the character select screen. I'm sitting there like, wait, what's going on? As the cursor, boop, lights up. And Manny says, you got to pick two, buddy. And I'm like, bro. Now, usually every day I'd go to that arcade just to hang out, play on some of the arcade machines, you know, a little bit of Marvel, a little bit of KOF, some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, some Mark of the Wolves. But no, literally now, every single day, and of course, since I was a junior in high school at the time, no. October of 2000, I was in my senior year at that point, because I graduated summer of '01. So here I am, senior in high school. And the way the scheduling was set up, you had, freshmen and sophomores, you had a full 7-period block. Juniors only had a 6-period class schedule. Seniors like myself, 5 classes. So instead of going from, and that's 5 classes where you could actually, start at the normal time, so started around 8:30, 9, and then you'd go until maybe 1 o'clock. Actually, no, 9. Each class is about an hour. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-hour block. Yeah. So yeah, I'd go till around 2 o'clock, 2:15. The moment I got out at 2:15, I would literally alternate days between going to the computer lab first and then hitting up the arcade, or making a beeline down the street straight to the arcade just so that I could literally get there. Like, damn near when the place was opening. Like, Manny and Lalo were unlocking the doors as I would cross the street. I'd pop in, hang out for a couple minutes while they got the store ready to go, and then I was immediately going head up with them on Street Fighter EX3. And that shit was some of the best times of my life. But while I get back to the game, we can talk a little bit more about that. Hold up. Fucking cucumber. Your brother was wild, dude.
Sorry.
Ooh, I just got clubbed over the head with a freaking hammer.
Too easy.
But let's take it a little bit further, shall we? So, it's like so. PS2 was the thing, right? Final blues. Interesting. So what happens if I'm probably gonna come up with something that I won't But what you call it? As far as like I was saying earlier, one of my buddies picked up the PS2. Really good friend. So whenever I'd go over to his place on the weekends, he was right there. Boom, PlayStation 2. But by the time my dude picked up the PS2, Armored Core 2 had come out. Now, remember back when we were playing 6 and I was talking about how, every single chance I got with the first games on the PlayStation, I'd hook up with my friends from school. We'd sit down, we'd put together builds and just have crazy, unga bunga versus matches, right? When Armored Core 2 came out, it got wilder. Like the versus matches we got into for Armored Core 2 they were downright stupid. But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, let's get that. But playing over at my dude's place, that was where I learned about the backwards compatibility on the PS2. Because aside from playing Armored Core 2, aside from that, my friend still had all of his PS1 games, including some classics. Y'all might like this listing. Including Dragon Seeds, Jade Cocoon, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Brave Fencer Musashi, Xenogears, Street Fighter Alpha 2, Street Fighter EX2 Plus, Monster Rancher, and Monster Rancher 2. And this is where we got an idea in our heads. Yo, the PS2 is a DVD player, right? We got a few DVDs. We got a few PlayStation 2 games, right? I wonder what would happen if we tried scanning these discs in Monster Rancher 2 and just for shits and giggles. That was a whole weekend. Just literally Friday night we got started. And when one of us wasn't on the system swapping discs, we had backup. Like when I wasn't the one doing it, writing everything down in this notebook so that way we'd have a comprehensive list. When it wasn't me, it was Mike. When it wasn't Mike, it was his brother Jesse. When it wasn't Jesse, it was his sister. When it wasn't his sister, even his mom got in on it. It was a whole family affair. But the fond memories of the PS2 don't stop there. They really don't. Because you see, long before I was losing my mind about Rogue Galaxy,
This area was once a battlefield too, it seems.
You think I'm gonna go easy?
Let's get this over with fast.
long before I was losing my mind about Rogue Galaxy,
You fool!
like long before that,
That's the end of that.
it was about, It was 2001. I graduated from high school, just started college.
I wonder where this is.
Around that point, my older brother had finished basic training. He finished boot camp with the Marine Corps. And he was at that point where now, he was actually able to... He was actually able to live off base. So he got himself this nice little 2-bedroom apartment, over on the northeastern side of town. And I would go over and visit him every other weekend.
Here goes! Let's keep this up.
One weekend, where I went to go and visit my brother. Well, he had one of his buddies from base with him. They were chilling in the living room. I was over there visiting. They were chilling in the living room.
I'm gonna burn.
I walk over and I'm like,
You think I'm gonna go
I walk over to see what game they're playing. And the game that they were playing, that just, again, another one of those where my mind was completely blown. The game that they were playing, the game that they introduced me to, and the game that they basically had me help them out with as far as grinding characters and weapons. Dynasty Warriors 3. My first introduction to Musou games, thanks to my brother.
This area was once a battlefield too, it seems.
And hot dog, it was a time.
Let's go.
It was just a great freaking time.
Here goes! That's the end of that. We gotta hurry up, or else they'll get there ahead of us. Man, not these guys.
We have to do this.
So yeah, the PS2 was my introduction to Musou games. It was, again, one of the first, one of the first hardware and software backward compatible consoles out there, which made it a godsend as far as purchases go. And then there was the point where I finally got my PS2. And the PS2, out of every game console that I owned, the PlayStation 2 was the first one that I had actually purchased with my own money. It wasn't gifted to me, wasn't traded to me or anything like that. I had money because, I was getting the Pell Grant while I was in college. So I was like, you know what? I want to buy a PlayStation 2. But before I did so, there was already one game that I had owned for the system. That being Bloody Roar 3. So, owning the game, and, I'd take it over to, I'd take it to my friends' places who had PS2s so we could play it whenever I had the chance. But I finally had the money to buy my own when the price started to come down on it. So I went ahead, pulled the trigger. That weekend, I got myself a PlayStation 2 from back when there was software, etc. Unfortunately, this was post Funko Land, but still, back when they were Software Etc. before they were GameStop. I went to Software Etc. at the local mall by my college, bought the PS2, and that weekend I also got my hands on a copy of Mega Man X6 for the PS1, Tales of Eternia, Final Fantasy X and the Strategy Guide, and then I rolled over to Suncoast and got me a copy of Tekken Man Blade 2, the full series. That was... Well, yeah, I got Tekken Man Blade 2, the full series, and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. And that was a fucking amazing weekend. Great times. Absolutely wonderful times.
Beasts everywhere. This place is seriously dangerous.
Alright, let's make sure we get that save in real fast. Just had to double check to make sure that I wasn't missing out on anything along the path. Let's teleport to the church real quick.
We're dealing with Datron here. We'd best prepare for when we're discovered.
You are absolutely correct.
Let's keep this up. This is the best approach.
Thought so.
I needed some exercise anyway. Even the town's covered in sand.
Yep.
Don't fall behind, okay? I'm glad I'm back on Rosa, but this is no time to relax. Here they come.
Alright, let's end this fight quick.
Here.
War is about winning.
Let's keep this pace up.
The experience may be peanuts, but it's not the experience that we're so worried so much about.
We're dealing with Datron here. We'd best prepare for when we're discovered.
Here they come.
You think I'm gonna go easy?
Funny enough, 06 was around the point where 06 was around the point where I got to play the PS3 for the first time too.
That's the end of that.
And you want to know the first game that I ever played on the PS3?
The town's covered in snow.
Oh, this is a good one. The first game that I had ever played on the PlayStation 3. It was while
All this running reminds me of military drills.
It was while I was visiting. It was while I was hanging out with my friend Wesley. And my homie Dan, he had just got
back on Rosa.
he had just gotten the PS3 that week as well, or pretty close to it. But
Battle is a matter of luck.
I wasn't
We
able
must
to actually,
retain our modesty.
get in touch with him that weekend because, he was busy, he was working. So I couldn't go over to his place. But
Don't fall behind, okay?
I was able to go and chill with my homie Wesley for a little bit. He had a PlayStation 3 with Dynasty Warriors 6.
Hope it all goes well.
Oh man. Now, Dynasty Warriors 6 was an interesting Yes, Dio, I did see that, and it's funny. Last night I actually went to the Battle Hub. I played one match on the arcade cabinet. And after that, I was just like, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. Oh yeah, I saw you mention on Twitter that you got that second ending on Armored Core 6. Just wait till you start playing through it for that third run through. Oh boy. Zegram, which, you know what? Screw Zegram.
Even the town's covered in sand. You think I'm gonna go easy?
I'll take you on.
War is about winning.
Yeah, but seriously, 20 matches. 20 matches on a Battle Hub cabinet. And I think we've only got like 2 days left on it. Again, it's like I mentioned a while back. One of the big complaints I have with Street Fighter 6 is how few avenues there are for earning drive tickets. Oh, yes. I mean, to be fair, the match that I played last night, I didn't have any issues with the inputs. You know, I was able to do what I needed to do with Marisa. And I was also able to get in some pretty good time in the
Let's keep this up. This is the best
in the
approach.
combo trials. I went through and just in one pass completed Ryu, Ken, and actually Ryu, Ken, and Alex. Not Alex, and Luke.
Don't fall behind, okay?
We're dealing with Datron here. We'd best prepare for when we're discovered.
I'll take you on.
Have to do this.
guys hit kind of hard.
Here goes!
No,
The end of that.
he does feel like a downgrade when you compare him to Alex.
Man, it's hot.
Street Fighter V Alex feels like a downgrade when compared to Alex.
I'll take
Like, I honestly feel like he was at his best either in Third Strike or Tatsunoko vs. Capcom.
I needed that.
Jester!
Bingo. Everyone's on fire.
Jester!
Those guys were no challenge at all.
That was a fight.
Stay sharp. You never know what'll happen.
Oh boy, don't get me started.
Man, not these guys.
Have to do this.
Here goes!
War is about winning.
Oh no, the honestly, I feel like the whole V system in Street Fighter V was just it was very ill thought out. I mean, at the start, it seemed kind of cool with the with the V triggers because I mean, it was like, okay, each fighter had a particular element that they specialized in. Ryu with electricity, Chun-Li, water, Ken, fire. They could have kept something like that going. And with Chun-Li being the water specialist, when she did her V trigger, it gave her the little, solid after images. It was neat. It was neat and it was unique. But they literally turned the V system between V skills and the V triggers basically in a way they turned it into a way basically to nerf the characters. I mean, if everyone just had I feel like if everyone just had their their full move sets, it could have worked. Seriously. Seriously, like this. Oh. They destroyed the Shinryuken in Street Fighter V. Well, no, they didn't necessarily destroy it. It's just that move was at its best in 4. And then in 5, they basically, took it back to, damn near Street Fighter, Street Fighter Alpha 1 days, Like the moves that were relegated to V skills in Street Fighter V. Like I feel like a lot of them were just they were a lot of them were just stripped of what made them unique. I mean, come on. One of Cammy's best offensive tools, her spin knuckle, was relegated to being a V skill in Street Fighter V.
I'll take you on.
Bro, come on. Come on now.
Here goes!
Let's go.
Battle is a matter of luck. We must retain our modesty.
Okay. Got ourselves back here. Man, went from talking about the 23rd anniversary of the PS2 to complaining about Street Fighter V. Well, that's just how it goes. Anyway, let's go ahead and take our first intermission for the stream. We're only going to be doing 2 hours of Rogue Galaxy today, and then we're going to drop the stream for 30 minutes, come back at 2:30 p.m., and we'll go from 2:30 to 5 with Transformers Devastation. So, if that's something you're looking forward to, you're definitely going to want to stick around.
Excuse me.
Wait, what? What? Why? What did I do? What did I do? At any rate, we'll be back in just a few, so stick around. Welcome back, everybody. Whew. So, got in a quick stretch, quick exercise. Got some water. Got my little mister set up for the apartment. So let's get back to it. Yeah, ooh, dog, cataphract. That thing kinda sucks.
Beasts everywhere.
Not gonna
This
lie.
place is seriously dangerous.
That is a hellish boss to fight. Let's pop that. Let's pop that. Grind out some of the rest of that. Rest of that battle log.
I'm glad I'm back on Rosa, but this is no time to relax.
Like completely armored except for just that one small
I'll take
opening.
you on.
Everyone okay?
Right? Right? That one mission where Iguazu shows up, he's like, yeah, I'ma kill you. And then the stealth mechs show up and it's like, help me! And I'm sitting there
We're
like,
dealing with Datron here. We best prepare for when we're discovered.
and there were a good number of times where I just focus on killing him flat out.
Let's keep this up. This is the best approach.
It's like, if you kill me, then we're both in trouble. Sucks to be you.
Let's get this over with fast.
Excuse me. Here they come.
All right! Even the town's covered in sand.
doing well. Let's hurry.
I'm glad I'm back on Rosa, but this is no time to relax. Here they come! Here goes!
I have no pity for those who obstruct me.
Oh man, yeah, that was definitely one of the that was definitely getting thrown for a loop there, dude.
Don't fall behind, okay?
We're dealing with Datron here. We'd best prepare for when
Well-
we're discovered.
Yeah, Volta, especially Volta. Like Volta on his own is kind of rough because he's pretty beefy and he's got those.
Even the
And the
town's
weapons he
covered
carries?
in sand.
But him paired up with Iguazu is just, it's a nightmare.
I'll take you on. Here goes!
Ha! Looks like they picked on the wrong crew.
Hope it all goes well. I'm glad I'm back on Rosa, but this is no time to relax.
Oh my god! Oh, you had to remind me. Oh, that's gonna be fun trying to get the S rank there.
I needed some exercise anyway.
Yeah, taking on King, Chartreuse, and Nightfall. Yikes.
We're just wasting energy with this approach.
I feel like a lot of it's really got to do with
I'm not liking this.
what gear you're because I can definitely say
Let's get this over with fast.
I can definitely say that even with yeah, like even with even with the 1v2 or the 1v3 fights. Like for me, if Potemkin didn't do the job, Marisa did. But I mean, Marisa's like my.
Even the town's
Honestly,
covered in
she
sand.
is my dedicated 1v. She's my dedicated AC skirmish. Oh?
I'm glad I'm back on Rosa,
Huh.
but this is no time to relax.
I'll definitely have to keep that in mind.
awfully dangerous.
This area was once a battlefield too, it seems.
So the chatty literally
I'll
only
take
doing
you
cover
on.
fire. Gotcha. Good to know.
Over there!
Everyone okay?
Okay, that was my first time actually trying out the shooting star ability. That's kind of dope.
From here on out, we're on our own.
It's only a pain if you go straight in the arena and fight her, which I kinda did.
I needed some exercise anyway.
It was kind of rough.
I'm glad I'm back on Rosa, but this is no time to relax.
Okay, so I need little child statue dogs.
Even the town's covered in sand.
Wait, what? You ignore what? That's a thing? Holy shit!
Let's keep this up. This is the best approach.
You think I'm gonna go easy?
I have no pity for those who obstruct me.
That's
Hope it all goes
crazy.
well.
Snail's just like, boy, where do you think you're going? Like, how dare you run past me?
Let's keep this pace up. Here they come.
That's amazing. But I mean, let's be honest.
Here goes!
Ever since what happened at the, ever since what happened after, well, I've always hated V2 Snail. He was just so snobby. But after how he turns on you after you fight Cell 240, oh, that right there, I was just like, oh, I cannot wait to whoop your ass.
I knew we were gonna win.
I'm glad I'm back on Rosa, but this is no time to relax.
Hell, Oh, Snail's always been petty, though. That's the thing.
Even the town's covered in sand.
I'll take you on.
You think I'm gonna go easy?
Here goes!
Ha! Those guys were no challenge at all.
I needed some exercise anyway.
Yeah. Like, Materlink does not deserve the kind of beating that you drop on her, basically.
We're dealing with Datron here.
Like,
We
she
best
just
prepare
showed,
for when we're discovered.
she just showed up for the one mission, and then, you know, you show up in the mix, and it's like all the drones are going after both her and... Yeah.
Isn't there a better
You show
way
up
to
and
go?
she's literally just taking fire from both sides.
I'll take you on.
Here goes!
I have no pity for those who obstruct me.
Hope it all goes well.
Even the town's covered in sand.
Like, I honestly feel like the Michigan boss fight was one of my favorites. Firstly, because, well, it's Michigan.
I'm glad I'm back on Rosa, but this is no time to relax.
But also, it's one of those where it's like,
Here goes!
you know, the way that Michigan is just, like, giving you your props over the course of that fight, kind of recounting everything that you've done over the
Alright.
course of the game, it's like, damn, I did all that. That's pretty dope.
All this running
Thank you, Michigan.
reminds me of military drills.
Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so heavy Vulcan and running for 4.
Now that's what I call a masterpiece.
was still alive by this point. And that whole mathematics exchange was just great. Right, the 70s now. That's what I was aiming for. Iguazu's worth 100 of you, and that makes gun 13. Like a gun 13 is worth 20 of him. Can you do the math? That's 2,000 Albany, sir. Great. Now I want to go back and start playing Armored Core 6 some more. I don't care if I ain't got the platinum yet. Oh, this is like too much fun. Alright, we got about 20 minutes left before I switch it over. Or before we take our
This area
extended
was once a
break, so
battlefield too, it seems.
let's cut back across the desert for a little bit. Get in a few more big fights.
Can't take this heat. Let's keep this up. This is the best approach.
Like if anybody else in that game was,
Here they come.
if anybody else in Armored Core 6 was as much a bro as Rusty, it was definitely Michigan.
Here goes.
You think I'm gonna go easy?
Let's get this over with fast.
Wait, really? That was DC Douglas? Shit.
That was a cinch.
Yo, V2 Snell is the West Group Armored Core 6. I'm not. Let's not even front, man. Distant ferry edges. Yeah, there we go.
Voila!
Right. Now, I am very much inclined to agree. Like the worm killer. Like the wall climber, the worm killer. The only Gun 13 to have survived this long.
Voila!
What, the Michigan boss fight? Yeah. No, honestly, I was thinking the same thing when I first got to it. It's like, okay, you know, if I'm gonna be taking out the leader of the Red Guns, I will have to, you know, I'll have to take on like whatever remaining heavy hitters there are along the way. And then it's just like, nope, just rush them. Give Michigan time to get his shit ready, and then when it was time for the Liger Tail to finally hit the field,
From
they
here on
just
out,
took
we're
off.
on our own.
Here they come.
Seriously, Armored Core 6 is just such a
Simply fast.
You think I'm gonna go easy?
Those guys were no challenge at all.
Beasts everywhere. This place is seriously dangerous.
I'll take you on.
Nope. Dang it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Chester.
Chester!
That's the end of that.
If he carries that familiar dog smell, I wouldn't ask him
All
to
this
his
running
face. That's for
Reminds me of
sure.
military drills. Let's get this over with fast.
Oh God. Right by the safe.
You think I'm gonna go easy?
That's how you get it done.
Oh wow. That would make for some interesting and really tense fights. Yeah.
We aren't lost, are we?
Let's go.
Here goes! Here they come.
All right!
Okay, gun and Digo's axe.
Voila!
Snarling watchdog. Right on.
Voila!
A plasma gun housing an evil god of death. The screams of its prey still linger in the air. What the hell? What kind of sidearm is that? And why would they just let me have it? Oh god. Okay, so first off, yo, that axe looks dope. And yeah, so does that gun too. Hey, shopkeep.
Here goes!
Let's get this over with fast.
Ah. That's right, Halloween is coming up like next Wednesday, isn't it? Oh. That also means by then I need to ask them to work out as fast as we can right next month. See as how not working.
That was a cinch. Let's keep this pace up.
Alright, winner. You get yourself some rest, alright? And, yeah, if you keep an eye out for my YouTube channel, you'll be able to check out the stream for Transformers Devastation, well, once I get it posted up tomorrow. With that being said, though, yeah. Yeah, we've got a few more minutes.
We gotta hurry up, or else they'll get there ahead of us. I'll take you on. Here goes!
Ha! Looks like they picked on the wrong crew.
Nice.
This area was once a battlefield too, it seems.
I'll take you on. Here goes!
That should be
War is about winning.
Beasts everywhere. This place is seriously dangerous.
Looks like now that I've got weapons that more closely match my experience level.
Let's get this over with fast.
Ooh, excuse me. I can get in and really do some damage.
Here goes! I'll take you on.
You think I'm gonna go easy?
Battle is a matter of luck. We must retain our modesty.
Don't fall behind, okay?
All right. So with that, let's go ahead and call it good for now. Man, it was great going for a couple hours and just hanging out, talking with you guys about some of the rather awesome memories that were made with the PS2 on its launch, and just as a console overall. It's been great just going back, reminiscing, and of course also playing one of the top, at least in my opinion, one of the top JRPGs on the console. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and drop the stream for about a half hour or so, maybe 35 minutes. We'll come back at 2:30 p.m. Pacific with Transformers Devastation. And when I installed it, I noticed that it did say that I could still have access to my original save file on the PS4, but you know what? I think I'm going to start it from scratch. Yeah, I'm going to start it from scratch. We're going to have some fun. So, Transformers Devastation, 2:30 p.m. Pacific to 5 Pacific. Don't miss it. Hopefully I'll see y'all there. Until then, remember the 4 big rules. Stay happy, stay hydrated, stay gaming, and stay good, neighborhood. I'll see you in a bit.